I think I asked you this last time, but I'll ask you again. What do you think is the all-time scariest horror movie that you've seen?
Man, that's just God. I don't know. When I was a kid, it was probably The Exorcist or the Amityville Horror really messed with me when I was a kid. Recently,
you guys watch and comment too. Let me know what you think the scariest horror movie ever is.
Recently, I tell you a couple of movies. It Follows was very tense. The Witch. Have you seen The Witch?
The Witch is awesome.
That was kind
The
of
Witch.
wicked too.
We watched it during the day, and I told my wife, I said, I'm going to Walmart, and then she said, what are you going to Walmart for? I said, I'm going to go look at toys. She goes, why? I said, that movie messed with my head a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's, being that I'm such a horror fan, it's hard for movies to do that to me. I watched some weird Indonesian movie now. I think it's called Satan's Slaves, but it's about an aging pop star that's basically ran out of money and her family and all this. And it had a scene in it that's involved ringing a bell. If anybody's seen Satan's Slaves, that movie, that one scene gave me the chills. And I had to I cut it off. I said, I'm gonna wait till my wife gets home and let me cook dinner and wait till somebody's here with me. I didn't want to finish watching it by myself. But when I was a kid, everything terrified me. But back to the scariest movie I ever made. That is so hard to say.
I'm gonna say the one that's consistently to me scary is The Shining, the original Shining. It's very frightening. It's got elements that I think there are different elements in it that can scare you. If one doesn't scare you, this other one does. It was a very frightening movie to me.
I think it's top 15 or 20 easily.
Yeah. Have you seen the video of Jack Nicholson getting ready for that scene where he's going to bust through the bathroom, where he's getting riled up and trying to get crazy acting?
Yeah, he and the director, I think he made, Shelley Duvall, yeah, do 40 takes of the stair scene. He wanted her to look so despondent and frail, and he was really rough.
Yeah, Kubrick. Yeah.
Kubrick was really rough with her and Scatman Crothers, and just especially that scene made her do it over and over. But apparently he was the little kid. He was very protective of, he wouldn't even let him be around when they filmed some of the more horrific stuff. And I think he's a teacher at a college in Kentucky now. The little kid from The Shining. But
the twins scared me.
Yep,
that was very frightening.
That's the most. I think I mentioned it last time. But that, as far as The Shining goes, when you see merchandise, it's probably 75% of the time it's the twins. It's not Jack.
Yeah,
it's usually those two twins, because that's a pretty creepy scene.
Yeah, that whole thing's creepy. Like the part where he goes in the one bathroom and there's the old lady. It's just it was weird.
But another Halloween movie to watch. I don't know if Josh has seen it, but it's got one of the Nightmare Sisters in it. This fella, my cat's knocked it off the wall, but Night of the Demons takes place on Halloween night. Really good one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Is that a Carpenter? That's not John.
No. I don't remember who directed it, but it's got Amelia Kincaid and Linnea from one of the Nightmare Sisters. But one of the reasons I quit looking at Rotten Tomatoes is because a movie came out, an independent horror movie a couple of years ago called Hellfest, about a Halloween, a Scream Park, whatever. And I looked it up, and it had really bad reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. And then a couple months later, it was on streaming, and I watched it, and I loved it. So it's another Halloween, themed movie. But that's one of the reasons I quit watching, paying attention to Rotten Tomatoes, because they're usually pretty wrong. I don't think they gave Black Adam very high scores. Usually the movies they rate really high are junk.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like Academy Awards to me.
Yeah.
A lot of times the movies they nominated, they're not that good.
Yeah.
But yet they're going to win Best Picture, and it's just because somebody cried or whatever in it,
Yeah.